Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Lakes Lacquer. In today's video, we are at the bottom of this first tote. This is going to be part 16 of this huge estate find of nail polish that I got on Facebook Marketplace. I think we're going to at least be able to look at all of these, if not maybe a little bit more. What I've been aiming for in each video is somewhere between 50 and 60 bottles. If you missed any of those other videos, seeing what I've unboxed so far, we've gone through 5 bags of 100 and this tote that was filled with polish. I'll post a little playlist up there in the card so you can check that out if you want. But yeah, without further ado, we're just going to shuffle some of these into the middle so that we can see what we're dealing with here. And we're just going to jump right in. The first bottle is a Dance Legend. So this is a brand I've heard of, but it is the first time running across it in this haul. This one is called, I don't know that this one has an English name. I know I have seen some with English on the label, but in any case, this one is numbered number 361, and it is a bright summer pink. So this one seems to be pretty close to a neon pink polish. Kind of a squishy base. I think we're going to do some comparisons of this to some of the other pinks in my collection, and it's definitely one that I don't have, so we're going to add it to the keep pile, at least until I can do some comparisons. So that was Dance Legend number 361. The next one is a Vapid. This one is called Persephone. So this one seems to be from the same collection that Ishtar came from. I have this over in my favorites. Yeah, this was one of the ones that I was super excited about, because I have a mini bottle that I got in a D-stash, actually maybe even in a mystery box, and it was adorable, and now I have a full size of that. Now Persephone appears to be in the same collection, so a cream base that is filled with little speckles of like a micro glitter or a pigment, I can't quite tell, but this time we have more of a melon shade. So another one that I know I'm gonna like. Ishtar was one of those polishes that I thought looked so cute on the nail. I also have the mini one that is yellow, although I'm not remembering what that one is named, but this is very, very cute. I know I'm going to like this, so this is going to go in the keep pile as well. That is Vapid's Persephone. Next up, we have another Colors by Leroux. We've been running into quite a lot of these in this haul. This one is Hard to Imagine. Came out in late summer 2017. And this is one of the multi-chromes with a ton of holo. Oh my goodness. So the holo in this one is really packed in there. I'm seeing shifts in the multi-chrome from this intense green to like a purpley blue. You're seeing mostly a blue to aqua, but I'm seeing purple in that shift as well. This is a beautiful one. Like I said, we have been running into quite a lot from this brand, and a lot of their formulas are just incredibly impressive. So this is one I don't think we've run into before, so we're going to add that to the collection or the keep pile. That is Colors by Leroux Hard to Imagine. Next up, ooh, we've got one from Cirque. I've never seen this labeling from them. So we've run into a couple of older Cirques before that have this type of a C logo, but it's usually flat on the face. So I am not sure if this is like a special labeling or what the case might be, but it is an older Cirque. And this one is Hellebore. And this one is a micro glitter in light peridot green metallic glitters in at least a couple of different sizes, and then there are these little tiny, either teeny tiny micro glitters or a shimmer. I'm seeing little speckles of a bright pink pop up, like a fuchsia pink. This is very cute. Peridot green is actually a color I could see myself wearing, especially in this more muted shade. And I love the addition of the little pink sparkles in here. Plus, it's another older Cirque that I know I don't have. So we're going to add that to the keep pile. That one is Cirque's Hellebore. Next up, we've got a Parrot polish. This one is called Cranberry number 4. And this appears to be one of their maybe scattered holographics in a cranberry pink. Yeah, the sparkles on the holo is nice and twinkly. It's a nice tone though. It's kind of a brighter shade of a cranberry, so almost in that summer tone of a pink. Yeah, that's pretty. I don't think I have this polish yet, and I do really like this shade range. I'm curious how it would compare to some of these summer pinks that I have. This might have a little bit more richness, maybe for like an late summer to early fall polish. So we're going to add that to the keep pile. I have been saying sort of a disclaimer, if you will, at the end of all of this, I will need to do a major sorting of my collection and a ton of comparisons will need to be done. But for the time being, this is going in the keep pile. That's Parrot Polish Cranberry number 4. Next up, we have another Colors by Leroux. This one is called the Deep End Hollow Edition from the Spring 2017 collection. And look at the shifts in this one. Oh my goodness. So again, we have that incredibly impressive holographic and a shift in this amazing multi-chrome. I'm seeing this dark blue with a pinch of aqua, and then I'm seeing electric pink, orange, green, and gold. Hopefully at least some of those are coming across on camera. I know you can see that vivid pink right there, plus the rainbows in the hollow. This is gorgeous. Like I said, I've just been super impressed with a lot of the polishes that we've been pulling from this brand in this haul. So this is another beautiful one, definitely going in the keep pile. That is Colors by Leroux, the Deep End. Next up, we have another Colors by Leroux. This one is Ben Affleck is Sheila's Homeboy. That is a funny name. And we have another hollow, this time in a deep red. So this is like a deeply toned lipstick red. I'm curious how this would compare to some of the other reds that I have kept in my collection. Actually, on the brush, it's a bit berry leaning. So I'm definitely going to hold on to this and see how it does compare to the reds that I've kept. Reds are, especially in this primary leaning shade groupings of red, aren't necessarily my favorite, but I love it when they have a berry lean to them, that deep pink. Plus it is one of the hollows, and I know I haven't run into this name before. I would remember that. So, I mean, again, the hollow is just dazzling on that. So going in the keep pile, that's Colors by Leroux. Ben Affleck is Sheila's Homeboy. Next up, we have one from Elevation Polish. This one is called Mount Kangen. I'm not sure if that's a hard G or a light G. In any case, this is a beautiful purple. This is full of a pink shimmer particle as well as a slightly larger particle in there that is glistening in pinks, greens, and golds. I don't know if you can see those larger little twinkles in there compared to the shimmer. So this is a brand that we have run into a couple of times so far in this haul. I also have a few already in my collection. And there it is on the brush. The purple on the wand actually has a pinch of like a blue lean to it. So I'm curious how this would swatch. I love a blurple as well. Those shades of purple that have blue in them or shades of blue that have purple in them. So this is going to go in the collection as well. Purple is one of my favorite, if not my favorite colors. I think it is my favorite color of polish especially. I know I have a ton of them at this point, but we're going to do those comparisons at some point, and this is a really pretty one. I'm also curious if that blurply tone is going to come across on the nail. So that one is Elevation Polish Mount Kangen, going in the keep pile. Next up, we've got one from Polish, and this poor bottle has seen some battle, needs a bit of cleanup, but this one is called My Bespoke Psychopath 2 from the Bespoke batch. And you guys, we have another purple hollow. We've been unboxing a lot of those, and I am not mad about it because this is gorgeous. Again, I will have to do comparisons, but this is a stunning shade of this juicy toned purple loaded with hollow. I like that it's a larger particle as well, but you still get that linear flare. There's also these small pink, almost like, I think they might even be like metallic flakies in there. You can see those little teeny tiny speckles there. Very pretty. Again, we'll have to do comparisons. I know we've seen a few purple hollows that have an additional component, so I am curious how those are going to compare to each other, but this is one I don't think I have yet, so it's going in the keep pile. That is Polish's My Bespoke Psychopath 2. Next up, we have one from Stardust Beauty. This one is called Stardust Beauty. I wonder if that is the name of the polish. Now, this is another red. It's also in that pink leaning shade range of red. What I like about this is it does have that hollow, which again is going to provide a lot of rainbows in the red, but this also has red micro glitters or mini glitters, which I I like red glitters, so I'm curious enough about this to again see how it swatches and compares to other reds in my collection. The combination in here should be pretty unique among the ones that I have, so we're going to put that in the keep pile as well. That is Stardust Beauty, Stardust Beauty. Next up we have another Colors by Leroux. This one is called Toasty Fires from the Holiday 2016 collection, and this is a beautiful shade. I actually can't tell if it is a burgundy or a purple, but look at that flash. This has an intense shimmer to it. It has some shifts to it. Let's see what the base is. I think the base is a purple, like a berry purple. I don't know if that's going to come through very well on the camera, but I can see it there on the neck of the bottle. And then here it is on the brush. Just look at that gleam. This is another beautiful one. Shimmers are another finish that Colors by Leroux has some just amazing polishes in, and we've not run into this one before, so this is definitely going in the keep pile. This is one that could look amazing mattified as well, so that's going in the keep pile. That is Colors by Leroux Toasty Fires. Next up, we have another from Stardust Polish. Now, I'm assuming, again, that this is the same brand as Stardust Beauty. So my assumption is the brand started out as Stardust Polish and somewhere along the line expanded their name to Stardust Beauty, but that's just a guess. This one is called Mystery Hollow Glitter Jelly number 2, and this one appears to be maybe like a gray leaning blue with a load of holographic glitters. Lots of twinkles in this one. Let's go ahead and take a peek at it on the brush. Yeah, definitely a gray leaning polish there in the base. Yeah, I think I want to see how this one would look on the nail. All of this holographic glitter is really pretty. I don't think I have anything quite like this either, so we're going to put that in the keep pile, at least to swatch and see. So that is Stardust Polish Mystery Hollow Glitter Jelly 2. Next up, we have one from Azature. We've unboxed a few from this brand so far, and this one appears to be, maybe we'll go with Blue Diamond. Yeah, on one of the other bottles, we are also missing a label, and on the other bottle that I have, there was a little sticker on the base. So I think originally they're supposed to have the little name tags on the base. So I'm gonna guess this one is gonna be like Blue Diamond. It actually has a real black diamond. I don't know if that's like crushed up in it or if it's like the mixing ball and it's mixed around in it. I haven't figured that one out, but this is a really beautiful blue polish. This shade of blue, kind of in that sapphire rich tone, is really pretty. This is another I know I don't have because this brand, while I had heard of it, is not one that I had in my collection prior to unboxing the ones that I've found in this haul. So this is going to go in the keep pile as well. So that one is Azature. I'm assuming Blue Diamond, but that's a guess. Next up, we have a Native War Paints. This one is called Sweater Obsession. We've been unboxing a few from the sweater collection, as I'll call it, polishes with sweater in the title, and I don't think I have this one. It is in a like bright watermelon pink with a very strong orange to gold shimmer. This is definitely a color I like for summer. This tone range of pinks I definitely like to wear. So since I don't think I have this one, I would like to compare it to those other pinks and see if it holds up once I do those comparisons. But for the time being, it's going in the keep pile. That one is Native War Paints Sweater Obsession. Next up, we've got a little dried out guy from Rainbow Honey. So what I've been doing with these is setting them aside to see if I can't fix them with some nail polish thinner. I also do have some nail polish base that I could try to add to that to give it more base to float around in, but this one is called Yoshimi, and this is a black and white glitter mix with these larger matte white square glitters as well as matte black square glitters. There's also a little bit of an iridescent glitter in there as well, adding a cute little twinkle, and I think there might even be bar glitters. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. My eyes keep trying to find bar glitters in here. I don't know if they're actually in there. In any case, this is one that I know I don't have, so we're going to put this in the can I fix it pile and see if I can't get it back to working. But that was Rainbow Honey's Yoshimi. Next up, this one has a little bit of spillage as well. This one is Polish, and this one is Melody Malone. This is an interesting beige mixed with like a light mauvey purple. So some of the base has spilled out and needs to be cleaned up off of the neck, but there it is on the brush. There's a little bit more of a depth on the brush. It has a load of pink and gold shimmer. This is an interesting color. It's not exactly the most exciting color, but I want to at least see how it would swatch. I get the feeling that this might dry a little bit darker than it is on the bottle, because on the exterior of the bottle you can see we've got some separation going on, which makes it a little bit hard to see what the color actually is. But I want to see how it swatches, see if it looks okay on my skin tone. This could be a nice neutral sort of palette cleanser to have in the collection, and I don't think it's one that I have. The name doesn't sound familiar, so that's going to go in the keep pile as well. That is Polish's Melody Malone. Next up, we have one from Contrary Polish. This one is called the Mellower Season, and this is another purple. Look at those sparkles. So it is a deep, kind of dusty shade of purple, and it is full of a few different kinds of shimmer. I'm seeing a smaller, finer sparkle and then a larger size as well. Those are the ones that you're seeing pop up in a like an orange among the pinker shifts of the smaller particle. This is definitely one that I don't have. I don't actually have that many from this brand, and as far as I'm aware, they don't make polish anymore. There it is on the brush. Yeah, this is a nice tone. I think this could look very beautiful on. Obviously, as a purple fan, I like this color. So we're going to go ahead and add that to the collection as well. Again, at least until I can do those comparisons. So that is Contrary Polish, the Mellower Season. Next up, we have a Vapid. This one is called Balaam. Ooh, this is gorgeous. So I don't think I have this one, and this is a stunning color. This is a beautiful deep berry shade, but there's shifts going on. I'm seeing like a red and an orange and pinks and blues and purples. Wow. I don't know if even half of that is coming across on camera, but the shifts on this are spectacular. So we're definitely adding that to the keep pile. That is Vapid's Balaam. Next up, we have one from Love Angeline. This one is called A Symphony of Blackened Diamonds. This is a mix of holographic. It looks like there's gold, silver, and actually I can't tell if the black is hollow as well or if the black is matte, but it is a mix of little tiny micro glitters. Here it is on the brush and wand. I still can't quite tell if the black is hollow. It might be, because this does have a lot of sparkle going on, and I think I'm going to at least hold on to this to swatch and see how I might like it. On the wand, you could see how much more dispersed it was than packed in the bottle, so I think as a topper it might be kind of a nice addition over a lot of different colors. So let's see how it goes, but I'm loving the glitter in here. The hollow is very, very strong, and there's something else that's twinkling away in a red. I don't know if that's just a shift in some of the hollow, but it's not the entire bottle. So yeah, really pretty combination, unusual to my collection as well. So that is Love Angeline, A Symphony of Blackened Diamonds. Next up, we've got an Older Colors by Leroux. This one is called Turkey Coma, and this is one of their beautiful hollows. This is an interesting shade of a deep orange. I love fall oranges, so this is definitely going to go in the collection. I don't think we've run into this one yet, and yeah, this is just amazing. The hollow, again, is very impressive, and this tone of orange is gorgeous. Oh yeah, I mean, look at this. On the brush, it has almost like a red lean to it, so very beautiful color here. Wow. Yeah, we'll have to see how this compares to all of the other fall shades, but this is lovely. So that is Colors by Leroux, Turkey Coma. Next up, we have a green from Polish. This one is called Storms and Saints, and this is one of their hollows. Look at that. This is another brand that does these holographic formulas just incredibly. There is also another like micro flaky or a glass fleck shimmer particle in there, adding an additional twinkle of blues, purples, and pinks. This is a beautiful shade of green. I'm kind of having a hard time pinpointing the exact tone because here we have some separation going on, which has more yellow in it, but on this side of the bottle it's more like a teal leaning evergreen. So let's go ahead and see it on the brush. Oh, that is beautiful. Still needs a bit of a shake up, but look at that. That's very pretty. So greens in this shade range are another family that I will have to do some comparisons of, but this is very, very pretty. And I'd love to see this swatched compared to the other greens that I've kept so far. And the ones that I already have in my collection. So that's going to go in the keep pile as well. That is Polish's Storms and Saints. Next up, we have another from Polish. This one is called Bad Wolf. And this is another kind of in the same family as Melody Malone, where you have a creamy neutral base with a very similar larger particled shimmer running throughout. This one is a little bit more yellow leaning though. So let's see how it looks on the brush. Yeah, maybe more like a tan khaki compared to the more beigey pink leaning tone of the other polish. So this particular tone I just don't see looking very flattering on me, so I think we're going to go ahead and add this one to the D-stash. I think that's our first one of this video. So that is Polish's Bad Wolf. Next up we have one from NARS. I think that is the first one from this haul. This one is called Purple Rain, and we have another beautiful purple. Oh, this is gorgeous. So I don't have that many from this brand. I think I may only have like one other bottle that I got through a D-stash. They seem to have a similar problem with the caps being kind of sticky. I don't know if that's fixable or not, but the color is gorgeous. This is kind of a velvety purple where you've got this very deep richness in a kind of a darker tone in the base, but then a brighter pop of a shimmer in a lighter, brighter shade. This is stunning. There's also a little bit of like a red or fuchsia sparkle in here. This is gorgeous. So again, another purple going in the keep pile. I don't think that surprises anybody at this point, but that is NARS Purple Rain. Next up, we have another Vapid, and this one is called Siri. Siri? Or Siri? I'm actually not sure on that one. But this is a very interesting polish in a light gray. There are a bunch of different components in here. Mainly, I'm seeing like a green shimmer that's coming across nicely on camera. And then in that, there's also these iridescent flakies. And there is hollow. But there's also something else that shifts, and I think it might be that green shimmer. I don't know if you can see that pink and blue popping up along that edge. But this has some very interesting rainbow shifts in this base, which is very cool in this light gray. I don't have anything like this in my collection yet either, so this is definitely going in the keep pile. That one is Vapid's Siri? I'm still not sure on that. Next up, we have one from Nerd Lacquer. This one is called Heartache. So this one has a little bit of spillage on it as well, but this is a cute little lavender or lilac. It has a bunch of different shimmers in different sizes. I'm seeing some larger glass fleck or microflakies, as well as a finely milled shimmer. So you're seeing that blue. That's that finer milled shimmer that in person is actually a pink. And then the larger particles are shifting from pink to almost like a translucent. Yeah, that is a very cute little mix. This is another beautiful shade of purple. Very nice for spring and winter. Yeah, look at that. That is a very sweet color. So this is going to go in the keep pile as well. Again, at least until I can do those comparisons and whittle down my collection, because I will definitely need to do that. But this is Nerd Lacquer's Heartache going in the keep pile. Next up is, I think, our first cult nails of this video anyways, and this one is called Disciplined. Ooh, we have another light gray with shimmer, purples, blues, and pinks. So this is another one that's going to go in the keep pile. I've been very excited to be able to add more from this brand to my collection. The few bottles that I owned previously, I had gotten through D-stashes, and I think maybe a couple through mystery boxes. It's a brand that I discovered, I think, after they stopped making polish. So it's been nice to be able to add some more to my collection. So that one is Disciplined. Oh, cute. Next up is this little tiny guy. I think this is Love Angeline because I recognize the little paintbrush. This is Be My Sweetheart. Yep, and there it is, Love Angeline. So this is the first time I'm seeing their pint-sized sample bottle. It's a very sweet pink. This kind of is a light bubblegum. Not exactly my favorite shade, but there's something about this that I like. I've been surprising myself at the shades of pink that I've been drawn to lately, and I actually could see myself wearing this. So we're going to add it to the keep pile. Surprise! This is going in the keep pile. Love Angeline's Be My Sweetheart. Next up, ooh, we've got a glam. We've only unboxed a couple of these from this haul so far, and it's one of my favorite brands, and we've got a green. This one is called Aquatic Illusion. Wow, this is a stunning color. So the shimmer in here is really beautiful. It's almost like a UP type where it's very, very finely milled, but you can still see the individual particles, and it's super, super glistening. It is in like a deep jungle green, a vibrant jungle green. Ooh, and the sparkle in here, that green shifts to blue. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to come across, but that is gorgeous. Yeah, hopefully at some angles it's picking up that blue. Yeah, right there. This is beautiful and unlike anything in my collection. Oops, okay, so this does happen with older polishes. If the brush is stuck in the bottle when you unscrew the cap, just loosely put the cap back on, give it a light little pop. That should loosen up the brush. Then just screw the cap back on, tight but not too tight, and then that should reseat the brush, and you're good to go. So there we have it on the brush. Yeah, look at that twinkle. Wow. This is beautiful, and I know it's one I don't have, so this is definitely going in the keep pile. That sparkle is just wild. So Glam Polishes Aquatic Illusion is going in the keep pile. All right, next up we've got an Essie. I think this might be our first Essie of the entire haul so far. This one is called Mojito Madness, and this is a light, kind of like a springy green. Here it is on the brush, kind of like a straight up light green. It's not exactly a primary color, but it is a pretty standard color, I guess. I'm just not that drawn to it, so we're going to go ahead and put that one in the D-stash. That one was Essie's Mojito Madness. Next up, ooh, oh, okay. I think this is the first time we're seeing this brand in this haul. This is Pretty and Polished. This one is called Cuttlefish. So I do know this brand. I have a few that I've gotten through D-stashes and mystery boxes. So it still needs a little bit of a shake, but this is a very cute, almost sperimenty green. And then it's got a cute mix of blue, aqua, and green glitters. There's also these lighter tones of like a light green glitter. This is actually a very sweet color. I could see myself wearing this as well, maybe as an accent nail or something. This shade of green that's in the base is a shade of green that I do like, so we're going to put this in the keep pile. So that one was our first Pretty and Polished of the haul, Cuttlefish. Next up, we've got a full-sized Rainbow Honey. This is the same brand as the one that was dried out with the black and white glitters. And this one is called Lemon Sparkler. So this is actually a very, very light, almost buttercream yellow. And this one has actually can't tell if it's like a micro glitter, that little iridescent shimmer that you're seeing. Could be a micro glitter or it is a micro flaky. I can't quite tell. But it's a beautiful shift of green, which I don't think is coming across as strongly as it is in person. But this is a very sweet light yellow. Now, yellows aren't my favorite, but this particular shade of yellow, I actually could see myself at least trying. So surprisingly enough, we're going to put this in the keep pile. Yeah, I think this could make a really adorable spring polish. And I don't have a lot of yellows in my collection, so it should be pretty unique. Again, I'll have to see if I like it or not, but I think this could look pretty cute on. So that is Rainbow Honey's Lemon Sparkler. Next up, we have another holo from Colors by LaRoe. This one is called Summer Skies. It was the polish of the month for May 2016. And no surprise here, the holo is spectacular in this. Again, we have like a micro flaky or a larger shimmer particle in here in pinks and purples. The tone of this blue is like a deeper sky blue. Very beautiful color. I actually don't know if we have run across this color before because the name does sound familiar. But again, I will be doing a sorting of all of the ones that I'm keeping at the end after I've finished with the other 4 totes of polishes, just to make sure that I haven't accidentally kept duplicates or anything. But this holo, again, is just spectacular. It's very, very beautiful. So this is going to go in the keep pile. That is Colors by Leroux Summer Skies. Next up, we have a lily pad lacquer. This one is called Blooming Violets. Ooh, and we have another hollow. This is a beautiful, like a deep orchidy color. The holographic, of course, has that linear rainbow that you're seeing. I think there might be a shimmer particle, but I can't be too sure. Yeah, I see that little wash of a lighter pink. I can't quite tell if that is another shimmer particle in here or not, but either way, this is a beautiful color and it's one that I don't have yet. So we're going to put that in the keep pile as well. That one is Lily Pad Lacquer's Blooming Violets. Next up, we have a green from Different Dimension. This one is called Imperium Sign Fine. An empire without an end. I have no idea what that is in reference to, but it is a beautiful shade of green, kind of more of a yellow leaning green than the other hollow that we saw, which was from Polish. Here they are side by side with the more blue toned green from Polish. So I'm curious if that is going to be the color. Yep, I think this one is a more yellow leaning green. There we have it on the brush. Lots of little gold twinkles coming off the hollow as well. So it's possible that the hollow in here might even be a gold hollow. I mean, it is really beautiful. Different Dimension is another brand that does hollow just very, very well. But I'm liking the other tones of green better. So I think we're going to go ahead and put this one in the D-stash. It's only our third one of the video, so I need to get on that. So that's Different Dimension Imperium Sign Fine. Next up, I see an unusual bottle shape. This one is maybe a new to me brand. Yes, so Messy Jessie, definitely a new to me brand, and this is called Lacquered Pucks. So yeah, definitely a new to me brand. This one is a purple with a load of different glitters in here, everything from a fuchsia to blue, silver, and matte white. I'd like to see how this one swatches. I think it's in a jelly finish. Yeah, definitely a squishy purple. But look at all those fun glitters. Yeah, this could be a really cute polish. It could also be a nice topper over other purples. So we're going to add this new to me brand Messy Jessie to the keep pile. That was Lacquered Pucks. Next up, we have one of the small bottles from Rainbow Honey. This one is Bitty Love Bot. So I think this continues on with the theme from the previous video. We ran into a number of polishes in the bot collection, as I'm calling it, that have a similar metallic, like larger particled metallic finish, and I don't think we've run into this one before, so we're going to put this in the keep pile as well. This time we have a very light minty green shade, and the finish on this is just really neat. I'm hoping that it ends up drying on the nail as it looks in the bottle with that larger metallic speckle. So we'll have to see how they end up swatching, but we're going to put this in the keep pile. This is just a very sweet little color as well. So that is Rainbow Honey's Bitty Love Bot. Next up, I see another probably new to me brand. This one is Ico Lilac Polish for lovely nails and created in London. Okay, so this is definitely a new to me brand. Let me know if you know of it, but it is a lilac polish. Let's see it on the brush. Ooh, this is a nice color. Pretty decent brush as well. Not as thin as, say, an Essie brush. Maybe more along the lines of maybe a Sally Hansen brush. But this is a nice, kind of a squishy cream lilac color. So I would like to add this to the collection as well to compare to other shades in this color range. Obviously, as a purple lover, I like this color, but I will need to see if I have anything else in the collection to compare it to. So that's another new to me brand. That is Ico Lilac Polish. Next up, we have another Vapid. This one is called Thorn Down for What? I think this might have come out in the same collection as Oops, I Wet My Plants. And this is another very cute name. This is like a spearminty green color with some holographic and larger particle shimmer. You can see that predominantly pink shift, but I think you can also see the sort of blurply tone to it as well that it shifts to, plus the sparkles from the hollow. This is one that's definitely going in the collection. I did get Oops, I Wet My Plants, which we also ran into in this haul, but I did already own a bottle of that one, but this I don't think I had, so we're going to put this in the keep pile. That one is Thorn Down for What from Vapid. Next up, we've got another Cult Nails. This one is called Captivated. Now, I think we did keep a bottle of Captivated. Yeah, so I already had a bottle of Captivated from one of the other videos. So while it is a beautiful polish, I don't think I really need 2 bottles of it. And actually they do seem a bit different. So one almost has like a white glitter compared to the other one. So I think this is the one that I kept. This is the new one. And I think it's got these little white matte glitters, which this one does not have. Huh. It is interesting that that one has a different glitter mix, but we're going to go ahead and just keep the one that I already found. And then this one's going to go in the D-stash. I mean, it's very cute, but I don't need it. I already have the other one. So Cult Nails Captivated is going to go in the D-stash. Next up, we have a pink from Colors by Laro. This one is called Rosy Posy. And we have another hollow, this time in a deep rose pink. So the hollow again is really gorgeous. This one is another that has a larger particled shimmer in it. Yeah, there's like a little blurply flash that you're seeing every once in a while. And I think there might even be something else, but see that sort of indigo blurply flash down there? Those are those flakies. This is a color I could definitely see myself wearing. It falls into that shade range of colors of pinks that I really like for summer. And I don't think I have this one. Again, we're going to have to sort all of these Colors by Laro especially to make sure I didn't get any dupes, but that's going to go in the keep pile. That was Colors by Laro, Rosy Posy. All right, next up we've got a cream from Cult Nails. This one is called Falling Hard, and this is actually a pretty nice bubblegum pink, a bit of a deeper tone than the one from Love Angeline. And I don't have that many creams from this brand. Oh, actually, in the bottle itself, the polish is a bit darker than what it was coming across through the bottle. So more like a Pepto-Bismol pink. But I want to try it. I think this is actually a color I could see myself wearing. I'm expanding in tastes with pinks. So we're going to see how I like that one. Again, it's another one that I don't think I have yet. So that's Cult Nails Falling Hard. Next up, we have another older Colors by Laro. This one is called Cindy Lou Who. And this is another hollow. This has more of a deep mulberry shade to it. You have the linear holographic, and this one definitely has an additional larger shimmer particle. You can see that twinkling away in maybe a light gold or a champagne. This is another beautiful one, and while the name does sound familiar, I don't think it's one that I've run into, so we're going to put that in the keep pile as well. That is Cindy Lou Who by Colors by Laro. Next up, we have another from Love Angeline. This one is called Mystery Micro and Number 1. Now, I know I have run into one of their mystery polishes. It might have been Mystery Micro or Mystery Glitter. This is a mix of pink, gold, silver, light blue, all in teeny tiny micro glitters. It does look kind of familiar, but I'm not sure if maybe the other glitter mix that I kept, it was just a slightly similar mix or not, but this I could definitely see being cute over other colors. So we're going to add that to the keep pile. Again, I will do sorting to make sure that I didn't keep any duplicates, but for the time being, we're going to hold on to it. That was Love Angeline Mystery Micro number 1. And I'm going to try to hurry for the rest of these because we still have a number of polishes and I'm already at almost an hour of filming. So I don't know how I take so long. Next up, we have a square hue. This one is called Buckingham. So for the rest of these, I'm going to try to only talk about the ones that I'm super excited about so we can get through this, because I want to get through all the rest of these for this video. Ooh, this is a gorgeous color. So this is a cream from them, and this is a very nice like a marsala shade. This is beautiful. Let's just take a peek on the brush, but spoiler, it's going in the collection. Yeah, look at that. I gotta say though, I'm not very impressed with their brushes. I mean, look at that tiny little thing. Hopefully it's not a pain to paint with, but this is a stunning color and it's going in the collection. I mean, look at that. So that was Square Hues Buckingham. Next up, ooh, we've got a crow's toes. This is another brand I have been very, very excited to find more of. The brand no longer makes polish, and I didn't have that many from them. Most of the ones that I got are ones that I found through D-stashes or mystery boxes. This one is called Hugin and Munin. Now, I recognize the name, or at least it kind of sounds familiar, but I know they had like an entire collection or series or something going on that had these type of names, kind of along the lines of names from like Marvel Thor comics where you have gods and whatnot. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the names that they use, but that's what this makes me think of. So I don't know if I have this one or not, but oh my goodness, this is a very deep purple with a beautiful sparkle to it. You're seeing mainly that red, but I'm seeing green along the edges, which makes me wonder if we're dealing with a possible UP or UP sibling. I don't know if that green pops up. You can see that gold. In person though, that is an electric green. Absolutely gorgeous. This one's going in the keep pile, you guys, or at least in the to be checked pile. We're going to double check and make sure I don't already own it, but that is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, going in the check pile, but it is a stunning one. Next up, we have one from Cult Nails. This one is called Happy Ending. This one is one of their glitters. I think it's a topper. And I take that back. These aren't glitters. These are flakies. So we have a load of these more like shards, metallic shards in orange, yellow, an aqua, silver, and gold. So it's interesting, but I just don't know that I see myself reaching for this. It could be very interesting over some other colors, but it's just not a combination that's speaking to me. So we're going to go with it, and we're going to put it in the D-stash. That one's Cult Nails Happy Ending. Next up, we have a square hue called Sock Hop. And this kind of is reminding me of the Cult Nails that we unboxed, kind of in that Pepto-Bismol bubblegum pink shade range. They do seem to be a little bit different. I know that Cult Nails was a bit of a deeper tone once we looked at it on the wand, and this one is a little darker on the wand as well. So I want to see how they compare. This one also seemed to have a different wand or brush than the darker shade that was Buckingham. So I want to see how this compares. I am also trying to expand my creams, so we'll see how that goes. That is Square Hues Sock Hop. Next up, this is Black Cat Lacquer, and this is Blue Your Mind. So I have heard of this brand, but I actually don't know that I have any from them. So we'll have to check that as well. But this is a beautiful blue, kind of a squishy base with some holographic glitters. And I think there are flakies in here as well. And I'm seeing a large particled shimmer. This is going to go in the collection at least until I can do some comparisons. Yeah, there's definitely a larger particle twinkling away in there. So yeah, we're going to add that to the keep pile. That is Black Cat Lacquer Blue Your Mind. Next up, ooh, we've got a cupcake. We have unboxed only a few from this brand in this haul so far. It's another of my favorite brands, so I'm always excited to see more from them. And this one is Air. Ooh, and it's a hollow. So this is in kind of a almost periwinkle leaning blue. There's a larger shimmer or micro flaky in a purple to fuchsia, which I don't know if that's coming across because the hollow is blinding. But it is in there, adding a nice little twinkle. This one's going to go in the keep pile as well. So that's Cupcake Polish Air. It's another one that I know I don't have. Next up, we have another Colors by Leroux, and this one is Sweet Beginnings. It was the polish of the month for April 2016, and it's the reformulated one. And this is a pink leaning red with that hollow. This doesn't appear to be quite as linear. Oh, there we go. Quite as linear. Maybe I just need to shake it up a little bit more, but I like the tone to this. Again, you've got that pink leaning red. So I'm wondering how it compares to the other reds that I've kept from this brand. Just from them alone, I know we've ran into a few in this same shade range, but I don't think we've unboxed this one before. So for comparison's sake, just so I can pick just the one I want or ones, we're going to go ahead and put that in the keep pile. That was Colors by Leroux Sweet Beginnings. Next up, we've got another Colors by Leroux. This one is called Blown Away. Ooh, this one appears to be a multi-chrome with hollow. So I'm seeing purples and reds and oranges, plus that hollow. The bottle needs to be a little bit cleaned up. It's seen some battle here in the box, but I don't think this is one that we've unboxed so far, so it's going in the keep pile. I love myself some multi-chromes, so yeah, that's a keeper. That's Colors by Laro Blown Away. Next up, we've got a tonic. Ooh, this is one of those brands that I've only unboxed one or two from, I think. Yeah, I think two. And this is another of my favorite brands, one that I found early on in my indie collecting nail polish journey, if you will. This one is called Quasi Stellar. Ooh, so I don't know if I have this one. The other one that we got that I was super excited about, I already did own. I really need to check on what they're doing lately because I feel like I haven't seen them come out with a collection in a very long time, but this is a beautiful purple with holographic flakies and a shift, maybe even a multi-chrome, because yeah, I'm seeing pink there where you're seeing that blue and green. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is going to go in the to be checked pile to see if I own it or not, but if I don't, it's going in the collection. So that one is Tonic Quasi Stellar. Next up, we have an Emily DeMolly. This one also has seen some battle here with nail polish spillage. This one is called Given the Givens. It is one of their beautiful creams. Look at this color. So this is like a, what would you call this? It's not quite an indigo. What's the other name? Not periwinkle. We're just going to go with dark purple that kind of has a blue tint to it. Indigo's not quite right. Indigo I think of as being darker, but it's a beautiful one, and I know I don't have it, so that's going to go in the keep pile. Emily DeMolly is another of my favorite brands. So that was Given the Givens. Next up, we have an older Never Enough. This is another brand I've been excited to find, and this one is called Lestat. Now, this is another interesting, like, peanut butter milkshake color. There's hollow in here, but it's got that, like, peachy tan coloration that's, I don't know if I would like on my skin tone. I mean, I have been keeping a few that have been surprising me kind of like this, but usually they've got a bit more of a deeper tone. This is a little too close to my skin tone, so I think we're going to go ahead and put this one in the D-stash. That one's Never Enough Lestat. Next up, we have another Colors by Laro. This one is called Magnificent Maleficent from November 2015. PTR. Not sure what that might stand for. Polished the something. Ooh, I love this shade of green. This is kind of like a bright jungle green. It has hollow and shimmer. You can see that purpley fuchsia pop up. So this is one I don't think we've seen. I want to say we have run into something that had Maleficent on it as well, but it definitely wasn't this color. At least I don't think so. Again, we will do the sorting later, but this is going to go in the keep pile for now. This is gorgeous. So that is Colors by Laro Magnificent Maleficent. Next up, we've got another new to me brand. This one is called Lakes Lacquers. What's your poison might be their catchphrase or their slogan. And the polish is called Spotted and Splotched. We have these larger white matte hex glitters and then a bronzy iridescent glitter. This is an interesting one. It certainly is different than any other polish I have. It's just not one that I really see myself reaching for. Unusual for sure, but maybe we'll run into another polish from this brand that I can try. But yeah, I've been more excited about other colors, so we're going to go ahead and de-stash that one. That was our first Lakes Lacquers, Spotted and Splotched. Next up, we have another Essie. This one is called Trophy Wife. Now this one I know I've heard of, and this is a very pretty color. It's a blue leaning jungle evergreen sort of a shade. I think on camera it's leaning even bluer. There's definitely more green to it than that. Now, I'll have to put this in the to be checked pile because since it does sound familiar, I don't know if it's one that I may have felt compelled to go buy at some point. So we're going to check on that, but it is a really beautiful one and it looks to be in great shape. So that one was Essie's Trophy Wife. Next up, we're getting down there. We've got just a few more to go. This one is Colors by Laro. What's Love Got to Do with It? This was a polish of the month for February 2018. And this one is a magenta, maybe even a red base with some like micro flakies or maybe even micro glitters. Yeah, it's looking pretty red on the wand as well, but on the neck of the bottle, it's got that berry lean. So this is another one that I want to do some comparisons of. This shade range of a berry leaning red is one that I've been keeping a lot of, because I do like those berry leaning reds. So we're going to put this in the keep pile as well. I don't think it's one that we've unboxed yet either. So that's Colors by LaRoe. What's Love Got to Do with It? Next up, we have a Vapid, and this one is called Who Are You? Ooh, another from the Alice in Wonderland collection. So this is another I need to check on and see if I have. It is a dark green, full of a hollow glitter and a multi-chrome shift. Look at that. So you've got purple, I'm seeing a red, and there might even be more shifts than that, but if this isn't one I have, it'll be going in the collection. So that one was Vapid's Who Are You? Next up, we've got a Bohemian polish. I think this might be the first bottle of this brand that we've unboxed in this haul. I do have at least a couple from them. I think one I got directly through polish pickup, and this one is called Mermaid Parade. So this one has had some spillage, and it will need to be thinned down a little bit, but that is a beautiful mermaidy shade. It's got that light, almost like cornflowery blue base, and then a gorgeous green shimmer in there. So again, I'll have to compare it to other polishes I already own, but this is a beautiful shade, and I know I don't have it, so that'll go in the keep pile as well. That is Bohemian Polish Mermaid Parade. And here I am saying I'm not going to take long on any polish, but 2 more to go, guys. Just 2 more. Next up, we have one from Colors by LaRoe. This one is Lisa's Revenge from summer 2016. And I'm excited about the last polish. Saw it hiding in the corner for the last few. All right, so this Colors by LaRoe is a dark blue. So this is actually a different kind of finish than a lot of the hollows and shimmers we've been unboxing. This one is almost like a little micro silver glitter in a dark blue. Yeah, so this is even a squishy blue. You can see that there on the wand, but look at those twinkles. Wow, that's going to go in the keep pile as well. I love this shade of blue, and I don't think I have anything like this. Again, we'll have to do comparisons, but that'll go in the keep pile for now. That's Colors by LaRoe, Lisa's Revenge. And we're on to our last polish of the tote, and look who we found! We got another NFUO. Okay, I am just as excited to find this as I have been for my tonics and the one Bee's Knees lacquer we found, because this is a brand that no longer makes polish. It's a French brand, and I only ever bought 1 bottle from them. This one is NFU 51. Okay, I need to double check if that is one I had on my wish list or if it's the one that I have, because I have a purple. And this is a purple. You can see that there on the brush or on the wand. And it has that like unicorn pea shift of a bright red to green to gold. Wow. So this is a highlight for sure. So yeah, I'll have to double check if this is one that I own already, but I want to say I didn't, because I think the one that I had is more vividly purple, whereas this is mostly about those flakies. So super, super excited about this one. Wow. What a way to close out this first tote with an NFUO number 51. Going in the keep pile in case you were wondering. All right, so there we have it. That closed out part 16. Hopefully I wasn't rushing too much there at the end. I was trying to get through that last dozen or so polishes so we could be done with the tote in this video. We ended up with 62 bottles in that one, and we had some amazing finds. We had that Cirque, and then we closed it out strong with another NFUO bottle, which is thrilling. Plus we did find a tonic and a crow's toes and some Vapids, so lots of gorgeous polishes in this one. This one takes the cake though. I mean, I'm very excited about the tonic as well, but yeah, that one, the NFUO, yeah, very, very, very happy about that. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me and looking at beautiful polish. Hopefully you guys have had fun going through memory lanes for some of you. I know for a lot of these, I hadn't quite discovered indie polish just yet. So this has been really nice to be able to sort of go through backlogs of polishes that I didn't have access to and be able to add more to my collection As always, thanks so much for being here. If you're new, make sure to hit the little subscribe button down below. That way you don't miss out on any of my new videos. Keep your eyes open for the rest of the series because there's at least, oh goodness, 20 more videos to come at minimum. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I will see you in that next one.